I cannot lie. I mean, I other friends and actor friends of mine that think like they're like, yo, you're Rocky, and like when we're offset, like, and I'm talking to them, sometimes I'll be like, yo, that's Rambo.
Dash, how are you?
Good man, how are you, Jim?
I'm doing well, man. This is cool to get to talk to you. Been a long time fan of your work, and it's for me, it's due to finally talk to you to see you after all these years of seeing you on screen.
Appreciate it, man. We'll do it again, man. Even more than 10 minutes.
There
I
you
like your
go.
background. I mean, that's good. That's good stuff. I went a little dark today, but I dig it. It's all about the background.
That's right. I mean, I had to spice it up and have some personality behind it too. I mean, the Halloween stuff's got to go soon. I'm probably gonna be a Christmas tree in the background, but it's changing.
As it does.
Where are you at in the world currently?
I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Man,
You?
let's get into this movie. I'm in Chicago, by the way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
from Chicago?
yeah, from Chicago too.
All right, because I'm going to listen to your accent.
There you go. It's you can't hide it. It's one of those things.
I love it. It's my favorite. I love the. Anyway, we'll get into it. I love it.
Man, this movie surprised me. I'll tell you what. I expected like this. I expect a heist thing. I expected like an action thriller. I didn't know it's going to be like this heart family sort of story behind it too. It really surprised me. Did it catch you off guard too when you initially read the script that it's sort of like this emotionally heavy in a way movie too, not only besides the action and all that stuff.
Well, that was the hope, always, I mean, in the cut, I think you always do in the edit, you flip things around a little
Yeah.
bit. And in the story, I think like some of the stuff was more upfront, but I think it played where it sits now is great. Um, but it always felt to me like a human story about, flawed people who are up against it and trying to be the best that they can, and whether that's quote unquote um, criminal or good guy, and that's the most interesting thing to me. So yeah, knowing where people came from, why they are where they're at, and what they're up to in this moment, because they only have this moment, and what are they going to do in this moment? So
Uh-huh.
it makes for a more exciting action movie.
You know, Another thing about it, it made me think about those people, those security people who handle the funds, of banks and all these big companies and stuff. Like you see these people in these cars on the street sometimes, but you never don't think about them. And it's crazy the danger
I
that
do. I always think about them, and I
you
go,
do.
I wonder. Yeah, I do, because I'm always looking out at it, and I'm always like, I wonder, like, how have you been robbed? What's happened to you? What's
Uh-huh.
your story? What really is going on? And when you're carrying bigger bags of stuff, how do you feel? And because we're always like, we can't even look at them, right? We
Yeah.
should, because they're guards, and like, if we look at them, they're going to think that we're trying to rob them, right? But maybe not. You know what I mean? That's the interesting part of it all to
And
me.
it's such a dangerous job. Every time you get in that car and you put something in it, you're exposing yourself. It's crazy how much danger that they do put themselves under on a daily basis. It's something that you take for granted, when like you mentioned when you come across them.
100%. I mean, every time, yeah, but most of the time when we run into them, it's like, oh, damn, man, I can't go to the ATM right now because
Right.
they're taking me out, and that's annoying, right? And that's what most people, I mean, I'm projecting, but
Hmm.
that's like, it's like, this is a pain in the ass for most people, and I can't talk to this guy, whatever, and they're very standoffish until you get in and so you don't know what's going on in that guy's life. You have no idea. And like
Yeah.
there's that's underneath that we don't know about, and we don't even think about looking into, because we're just trying to get done what we got to get. I mean, again, that's my projection, but I do think about them.
Hmm. You've worked with the who's in this industry. You've had such a prestigious long career. Was there something, do you get pinch me moments sort of thing? You're doing scenes with Sly and you guys are having big machine guns and it's like, damn, that's Rambo, in a way. Do you think of these things too sometimes in the back of your head? Like, yeah, this is pretty damn cool.
You know what? I cannot lie. I mean, I other friends and actor friends of mine that think like they're like, yo, you're in Rocky, and like when we're offset, like, and I'm talking to them, sometimes I'll be like, yo, that's Rambo, but like when we're in the middle of it. I never really go like I'm shooting guns with Rambo. You know what I mean? I'm literally going like, how can I help him and how can he help me and how can we help get this shot? Because we got to get this and we got to get this now and we got to help this guy here and we know that we have to cover this, and that's it's boring, but that's where I go. And then after I'm like timid and being like, I gotta take at least one picture with Sly.
There you go.
Not like social media, but like I gotta take. I mean, the guy, I'm very stand up. I respect everybody, but he's so cool, and it's such a pleasure. And yeah, of course, I'm doing this movie because I get to go shoot guns with Sly,
Yeah.
100%. More importantly, I get to go try to create a backstory with this guy, and as two characters that are or were friends, and it's getting frayed.
hmm I wanted to know the location. It must have been a real bridge. You can't just replicate that in any place. But where'd you shoot it? Because the visuals of that whole location, it's kind of like it's weird because it's set on a bridge. It's almost like contained, but it's a bridge, so it's a vast land around and everything. I'm curious where you shot that whole basically majority of the film on that bridge where
Yeah,
it all
yeah.
takes place.
Literally, that bridge is the border of Mississippi and Louisiana.
Ah.
So, I mean, you'd have to talk to the producers. I believe it was more Mississippi based, but we had access to both sides. So it's literally the border I may be talking out of tongue here, but of Mississippi and Louisiana, and it is beautiful. I mean, I mean, it's gorgeous. But it also it confines you to one place. I mean, they shot the insides of the van, obviously, on a built stage.
hmm
To be, um, but but it's fantastic because you can get these really beautiful, stunning wide shots and pushing because of how it looks, and it's gritty and cool. But it's also a problem because it's one space, and if you do something wrong, it's hard to come back and fix it. So you have to make sure that you're getting all your continuity right.
And you get that stop for the traffic too, right? I mean, no one can cross when you guys are filming, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's not a very heavy traffic bridge, and they let people know, and there's protected on both sides, and people, there's not a lot of people that cross that bridge. So, and I think it's been filmed. I swear, I think I was watching Forrest Gump with my kids the other day, and I was like, that looks like the same bridge.
Oh, wow.
Might have been.
Amazing. Uh, we get 2 minutes. I'm going to make this quick too. Huge fan, obviously, of Ray Donovan. Do you miss it? Do you guys still keep in touch? I'm curious, because it's such big part of your career too, for sure.
Of course I miss it. I miss acting with amazing people. I miss being with my showrunner. I missed directing it. I miss my crew. I miss the character that's continuously evolving,
Mhm.
and but there's they time to pull the plug, and I don't know what would happen if it had continued to go. But of course I miss it. It was a massive part of my life and a massive change. I've never done anything consistently for that long, and I really feel like I was a character that I got to sink my teeth into bigger than anything else, obviously, because it was 7, 8 years.
Yeah, love that show. And as I let you go, I've watched you on screen, but I'm always curious as you, the person, what sort of things you like to do for fun when you're not, acting and doing stuff on screen? You have any other hobbies or interests you kind of jump to?
I love to be with my children, obviously, but I love to make music. I make music all the time. I'm like you can go to Diz and the Fam anywhere and see. I kind of have alternative hip hop and stuff, and help my wife too, who's a Latin music artist. A lot of music in this house. My kids doing music with my kids and writing and trying to create more movies and content for other people to look at. That's my hobby.
A creative day at both spectrums, right? Always a creative. So that's cool.
It's fun to me. I rarely watch things, but I love to make them.
That's the way. If you can create, go ahead and keep doing it. And you've been doing it for a while. Dash, really cool to get to talk to you. Like I said, been a long time fan of your work, and hopefully we get more than 10 minutes next time. But enjoyed seeing you in this one again, as I do in most of your work.
This is a opening conversation for the next one, and I appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much. Have a great time and keep making stuff.
Thank you. Be
Talk
well.
soon.
Happy Christmas to you in the back.
Thank you.